Good morning. This is John from the Springs Mennonite Church. And I'm here with you today with another passage on, as I've been describing, If You series. Now, the Bible's full of a lot of ideas, it's full of a lot of advice and things that we ought to do or not do. And as I said yesterday, I'm going to take these 2 weeks and look at some of these things. So today, I want to look at Proverbs chapter 9. And I'm going to read verse 12. Now I'm going to come back and read verses 10 and 11, but I'm going to start with verse 12. If you become wise, you will be the one to benefit. If you scorn wisdom, you will be the one to suffer. Part of living is getting smarter. Now, I don't mean smarter that gets you things or whatever it is in life you desperately seek, but smarter in terms of knowing what to do and when to do it and when not to do it. It's also smarter in terms of knowing when to open your mouth and when to keep it quiet. I said in the past, and when I came here and in other places, there's a big difference between 20 years of experience and 1 year of experience 20 times. So what God wants us to do is have years and years of experience that results in wisdom. Now, wisdom is knowing, to put it simply, it's knowing the right thing to do or say. Not necessarily the quickest, not necessarily the most advantageous, but the right one. As a famous person said, it's never the wrong time to do the right thing. And wisdom is knowing how to do the right thing. Now, think about your life. Would you say, or would others say about you, that you have lots of wisdom? Okay, suppose you're only 20, 30 years old. You're not going to have a whole lot. What they might say is you have more wisdom than your age would indicate. But let's say for most of us who have a little gray hair and maybe a lot of gray in hair, would someone say that you are a person of wisdom? Now, don't confuse wisdom with intellectual knowledge. I know a lot of people have a lot of intellectual knowledge, but they're not very wise. I know a lot of people who have a lot of intellectual knowledge and are very wise. So they're not mutually exclusive. But the question is, are you someone who has wisdom? Now, I said I was going to go back and read verses 10 and 11. So let's do those. 10 says, Fear of the Lord is the foundation of wisdom. Knowledge of the Holy One results in good judgment. Wisdom will multiply your days and add years to your life. So, if you become wise, well, wise about what? Well, that's what verse 10 tells us. The fear of the Lord. Now, fear doesn't mean that kind of trembling. Fear doesn't mean a paralysis where you go. The word fear here means awe or respect. If you have great, great, great respect for the Lord, that's the foundation of wisdom. Now, why is it? Well, it's real simple. Who wrote the rules about life? Well, God did. You can find them in the Bible. You can find them early in the Bible. You don't have to read 3/4 of it before you get to anything. Who designed the system? Well, God did. And understanding that and knowing that the ultimate place to go for advice is God. Excuse me. If you want to know what to do, then think about what the Lord would do. Now, I know if you're an engineer and you have an engineering problem to solve, that you need the right equation that will get you the right answer. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about dealing with matters of life, relationships, dealing with others, dealing with tragedies, dealing with family members who are afraid of all kinds of stuff, dealing with yourself, perhaps, who's discouraged and afraid. Well, the source to go to is God. And what about God? Well, it says, the knowledge of the Holy One results in good judgment. The more you know about who God is, the more you know about what to do. And the more that you know about what to do, the more wisdom you have. And it goes and says, wisdom will multiply your days and add years to your life. Now, maybe you don't want to add years to your life. I do, and I've lived a bunch. And frankly, I've never met many people who didn't want to add years to their life, regardless of their age. Now, there are some who have struggled with health issues and they're just tired. But that's a whole different ballgame. That's not you and me. We might be tired, but it's not because of that. We might be frustrated. We might even be angry. So how do you deal with those things? Well, it says right here, if you become wise, you be the one to benefit. How do you become wise? You respect the personhood, the wisdom, the directions, all of everything that comes from God. And how do you know what that is? Well, it's the knowledge of Him that we gain through the Bible, through walking with other believers who are trying to do the same thing, and by spending time in quiet talking with God. So, if you want to add years to your life, that's what it says here, and multiply your days, then you must become wise. Whatever else you do, whatever else you accomplish, you have to become wise. Well, thanks for listening to me. I hope you'll think about this. In the meantime, have a great, great day. If you have a need or concern, let us know. We'll do everything we can as fast as we can to help meet your need. Until tomorrow, when I come back to share some other things, may God bless you.